Linda, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Week been?
It's been great, thank you. Yes, we've been very, very busy following up all the activities from the previous week. We had a very successful ladies' evening. And also, currently, I'm just working with two ladies from local businesses, and we're planning a fashion show for later on in the year. So, yes, lots of things happening.
Oh, wow. That's nice. And where's this fashion show going to be based?
Well, we're hoping it'll be locally in Northwich. We're looking at various venues at the moment, so it's still in the early planning stages. But yeah, hopefully locally to us.
Oh, excellent. So this week we're going to be talking about business plans, and it would be great if you could share with us your experience in writing your business plan and what have you found useful for you?
Okay, yes. Um, I think the most important thing for a business plan is that once it's written, that you actually use it. And a lot of people I've been chatting with said, it tends to be a pencil and paper exercise, and then you put it away. But it's been really, really useful for us to go through the business planning and actually really look at it very practically in terms of our charity. And we refer to it regularly, particularly at our trustees meetings, to make sure we're on track and to see if there are any changes. So yes, it's a really important document for us.
Right. And is there something in particular that you do? Because a lot of people that I've spoken to say that people tend to focus on uh, things in their business plan which they actually don't execute in real life. So is there something that you do that you feel, right, these are the things I'm going to focus on, and this is what I'm going to do in my business plan to make sure that it's in check with reality?
I think our sort of business plan is split up into various sections. We've obviously got a fundraising strategy that's very much linked with our marketing strategy, and that's obviously very important to us at the moment because most of our time is fundraising and getting people's awareness of the charity. But we've also got longer term plans as well so that we can focus on when the centre is going to be built and what activities that we will be having there. So a lot of our work at the moment is revolving around setting up questionnaires and asking the beneficiaries exactly what services they would like to see at the centre when it's built, so that we get an accurate representation and that we do the right thing. So there's quite a lot of different strands related to the business plan, but I think they're all very important to us.
Right. And what have you learned, in the process of making your business plan? What have you learned from this experience?
Oh, a tremendous amount because it was the first business plan I'd written. As I say, we're a fairly new charity and I hadn't done that before. So there was a lot of research that went into it beforehand to see really exactly what a business plan was. Um, also, I've gone on a course that is to do with management and leadership, and there's a lot of business planning around there. So, sort of learnt lots, and it's putting that into practice really. And I think there are a lot of people I've spoken to on different courses. Initially, they're quite frightened of business plans in a way because they seem to be far away sort of documents that people don't really understand. But I think once you've broken that down and you look at it very practically, it can be very, very useful tool. It's always good to go back to so that don't go off track too much.
Yeah. And if you were to advise someone who's in the midst of writing up their business plan, what do you think you would? I mean, what bit of your experience would you share with them?
I think perhaps not to be too ambitious with it and to be realistic. We all have a wish list, and we've got lots of great ideas at the Joshua Tree that we want to progress. And I think it's trying to cut that down and step by step, and perhaps focus on one or two. I think it's very easy to get dismayed if you have really ambitious plans and that you don't reach your particular targets. But if you concentrate on a step by step approach and look at one thing at a time or a couple of things at a time, depending on how big your organisation is, then it's a little bit easier, I think. And yeah.
Okay. And what have you got in store for us for next week?
Well, actually we're it's quite an exciting time in the project. We're speaking with architects at the moment. We've got a design team meeting coming up, so I've been looking at the different design information for the centre. So that's been quite good, discussing, you know, how many telephones we need, how many electric points, and all that. So it's becoming very real. So yeah, we do, you know, quite a bit, as well as the fundraising. We're actually looking at progressing the centre itself. So yeah, so that will be my task for next week, I think.
Great. I'll look forward to talking to you next week then. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.